Fuck 2020.
Get those chestnuts away from my face.
Hey there, it's Kayla, and I'm going to be doing a tag by my lovely friend Izzy from Happy For Now. She made this perfection of a tag called the Key Eff 2020 tag, and I'm gonna do it. So here we go. First question is to share some good stuff that happened in 2020 and some bad stuff if you want to. So this year and last year have been pretty hot messes, stressful, obviously the global pandemic, but a lot of personal horrible things have happened as well. But one shining star is that we bought a house in 2020 in the middle of a pandemic, which was both fun and stressful and scary. And I feel like I'm finally able to celebrate that 5 months later, because of just the uncertainty of job security. Can we afford it? Should we be buying a house now, even though rates were good and we had, the money to buy it? Just being able to still afford it a few months down the road was very stressful. So I'm finally feeling good about our house, even though our house is very quirky and it's basically a fixer-upper, more or less. It needs everything redone, but it's ours, and I love it. I'm not gonna dabble in all the bad things personally. I just don't want to. I'm finally in a point where my eyelid's not twitching anymore, and I'm feeling good. So I don't wanna go down that road. Question 2, what book did you love at the beginning of the year? So I had a lot of favorites early on in the year. January, so one of my favorite books of the year is Beard Science by Penny Reid. This is book 3 in the Winston Brothers series, and this is Cletus and Jen's story. It is so good. It is super slow burn. They do not get together until I think the epilogue, but it is worth it, and it's just about the romance and them coming together. Cletus Winston is a favorite. He's just the sneaky, trickstery. He's very smart. He's very unique. And Jen is the banana cake queen of the town, where she's a baker, but she lives under her parents' thumb. She has been forced to dye her hair. She's been forced to do all these things that doesn't bring her joy. And she's very aware of Cletus. So she's always had her eye on him, and she knows that he's not as sweet and dumb as everyone thinks he is. And she witnesses him do something, and she has the nerve to blackmail him because she wants him to help her find a husband, so that she can get married and move out of her parents' house and from under her parents' control that they have on her life. And what I love about these books, at least the ones I've read so far, is that the couple really helps each other better themselves without doing it for them. Cletus gives her the tools to be more independent, but he makes her do it herself. She has to work for it, and he just kind of gives her the push she needs to better herself. And it's just so good. One of my all-time favorite books ever, let alone for the year and for that series. Question 3, a book you were looking forward to that ended up not being great. So this one, I believe my go-to is that one by The Paranormal Romance by Tessa Bailey. I had never read Tessa Bailey before. She's a contemporary romance author, but this is book 1 in her paranormal romance, and I love paranormal romance. And I was reading this, and I DNF'd it. I could not stand the heroine. The heroine was written to be the quirky, unique, not like other girls girl, but she read very juvenile. She read she was 16, 15 or 16. And it just skewed me out pulled me out of it. The whole paranormal aspect wasn't, I wanted more paranormal and it read more contemporary, which I get. She's a contemporary author, so I think if you're someone who likes more contemporary but maybe want to dabble in paranormal, you would like it, but it just wasn't for me. And I was really looking forward to it because one, gorgeous cover, and two, paranormal. Me. Okay, question 4. A book that surprised you this year. Hands down, Treasure of the Abyss by Tiffany Roberts. This is book 1 in the Kraken series. I got this for free on Amazon, and I thought it was just gonna honestly be a really bad alien romances. There are some bad ones, they're not all good. But this one was so emotional, it was sweet, and the fact that it was an alien romance with tentacles wasn't weird. Yeah, it had a lot of substance to it, a lot of great world building, and yeah, it was amazing. It surprised me, and I'm someone who reads alien romance, and I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised. Question 5, a book you like but nobody else does or talks about enough. More people need to read Dead Endia by Hamish Steele. This is one of my favorite graphic novels. It is very inclusive. It has all types of characters. It has a romance, a male-male romance featuring a trans man. It has like a little bit of horror because it's at a haunted house in a theme park with a portal to hell. So there's like a non-binary demon, and there's an ace character. There's a talking dog that should not be a talking dog. There's just a little bit of everything for everyone, yet it reads very like wholesome and sweet and kind of like a slice of life graphic novel, but it does some things I did not expect as far as like sci-fi elements happen. It just has a little bit of everything for everyone, and it got picked up by Netflix, so it's going to be a Netflix show in 2021. I'm really excited to see. Hamish obviously has his hand in it, and he's talking about how the world is going to like just be bigger and more things, which usually happens when a comic or graphic novel becomes adapted. But if you want to read it before the show comes out, there's two. I have not read the second one yet, you guys, even though I love the first one so much. There are 2 books that are out, but I really recommend this first one if you want to read it before the show comes out. It's so good. Question 6, a book you want to come out already this year in 2020. So the fact that it's like almost over, but I am ready for Silver Flames? Silver something? I am so ready for Cassian and Nesta's book. Oh my gosh. Like, when I was obsessed with Nesta and Cassian, like, early on. Like, and the fact that I found out that they were gonna have the next, I'm assuming the full trilogy, it will be theirs. I'm so ready, which is so wild because I hated Nesta in book 1. Like, I've never hated a character more than I hated Nesta. And now I'm rooting for her AGA. Like, Sarah J. Maas does some things to me, and I'm not complaining. Question 7, what is a book you were looking forward to that got pushed? So I'm pretty sure book 4, The Bride Bet by Tessa. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to come out this year, and it got pushed. So I'm really looking forward to that. This is book 4, and I believe the final book in the Duke Meets Girl series. And it's about this friend group of like wallflowers, outcasts, and each of them gets their AGA. And question 8, finally, what book will you think of when you think of 2020? And so 2020 for me is encapsulated by cringy, short novellas from KU. And of course, it has to be Kissing the Coronavirus. I have not read this yet as of filming. I plan on reading it, but it's like a 15-page romance involving the coronavirus that somehow becomes a humanoid form and gets an HEA and maybe saves the world or cures the world. I don't know about that, but these type of like under 50 shorties that are just bananas, and some are like, you know what, that wasn't so bad, and some are like, whoa, that was really bad. That for me represents 2020 perfectly. Okay, that's it. That's all the questions. I'll have the questions. I'll have Izzy's video down below if you want to do this. Have at it. It's very fun. It's a really fun tag, and it's fun to see everyone's responses to this. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.